Hi guys, welcome back to one of the most wanted and the much awaited comparison on my channel. I am going to compare the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G and the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition Exynos variant. Many of you have been asking me for this video and this video is finally here. Now this video took a lot of time and there are quite a few reasons for that. The S20 Fan Edition 5G is not available in my region. And if you're watching this video, it's probably not available in your region either, because Samsung sold the Exynos variant in most of the countries and a huge chunk of users was deprived from the all good 5G variant of the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. Now in this video, I am going to compare the speed and the camera of these phones because the specifications, the build and everything else remains the same. S20 FE was the most popular smartphone of the year 2020, and if you have been eyeing this phone for quite a while, there are very good chances that you will end up getting your hands on one of these phones this year. The reason is the S20 Fan Edition is going to see a drop in its price sometime around this year. So if you are planning of getting this phone, this video is going to be really fruitful for all of you. If you are watching my channel for the very first time, my name is Usama and you're watching Tech with Usama. And guys, it took a lot of efforts and time to arrange the S20 Fan Edition 5G. You know, everyone is busy making the videos on the new phones on the S21 series, but since you guys were asking me for this comparison again and again, so I decided to arrange these phones and I decided to make this video now for all of you. So make sure that to appreciate all the efforts and hard work, you have hit the subscribe button. And if you find this video good enough at some point, make sure to hit the like button as well. So the S20 Fan Edition 5G is going to be in the cloud navy color, and the S20 Fan Edition Exynos is going to be in the cloud mint color. I'll mention it throughout the video as well, but just in case you forget, please remember the color so that it's really easy for you to identify these phones. Both phones before this test were charged to 100% using their original charger. Both phones are running on the latest Android 11 One UI 3.0. The speed test and the camera comparisons were conducted after performing all the updates. Right now I am using the same settings on both the phones, same level of brightness and the same 120Hz high refresh rate is set on both the sides. Here is our restart test between these phones. First of all, I am going to restart both the phones at the same time and let's see which phone boots up faster. Surprisingly, even with that additional animation of the 3 network, the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G boots up faster than the Exynos variant. Now let me show you the fingerprint scanner's performance on both the phones. To start this comparison, I did the Antutu throttle test on both the phones. The Antutu test was conducted thrice in a row. I kept checking the temperatures of the phones throughout the process, and as you can see on the screen already, the first cycle of Antutu has ended. The S20 FE 5G is way ahead in terms of the Antutu score. If we take a look at the CPU temperatures, the S20 Fan Edition Exynos is too hot, over 50 degrees right now, and if we check the temperature of the phones, the Exynos variant is too hot while the Snapdragon variant's temperature is less than the Exynos version. S20 Fan Edition Exynos lost 1% more battery than the S20 FE 5G in the first cycle of the Antutu benchmark. the second Antutu round, the temperature of the Exynos version increased further, and now the battery difference has jumped to 2%. And now after the third attempt, the battery difference has jumped to 3% with the S20 FE 5G at 86% and Exynos at 83%. After just 30 minutes, this is what we have got. After this, I ran the Geekbench test twice on both the phones. Both phones were extremely hot at this point. The S20 FE 5G went up to 44 degrees and the S20 FE Exynos went up to 45 degrees. The front of the phones was not as hot. And yeah, the battery difference now jumped to 4% with the S20 FE 5G being ahead. I also tried running the 3D Mark Gaming benchmark test on both the phones, but it did not work quite well, so I had to leave it halfway through. And here's the AndroBench score on your screen. Let me show you the speed test between both phones. For most of the applications, there isn't a huge difference. The apps load at the same time. Sometimes the internet can play its role for Instagram, for example. But overall, it's a balanced fight when it comes to launching the applications on both the phones. Guys, I would like to tell you that I have speed forwarded this speed test at some places where I did not find it necessary to show you the entire speed test because it's consuming a lot of time already, so I do not really want to keep adding to the duration of this video. Also, I will not be speaking throughout this entire test. I will speak where I think it's necessary, and in the end I'll be giving you my own opinion. So make sure that you watch this entire video carefully so that you can draw your own opinions about these phones too. I don't really think there is a need for declaring a winner here. The rest is on your screen. But yeah, I would definitely like to tell you about the capabilities of both the phones when it comes to gaming. PUBG Mobile, the S20 FE Exynos can run with extreme frame rate only with the smooth graphics. It doesn't support graphics above Ultra. But the S20 FE 5G supports extreme frame rate up to HDR, and it allows using Ultra HD graphics too. So that's one big difference between the capabilities and the overall performance of both phones. And here, the S20 FE 5G definitely wins. The performance for rest of the games remains the same, but it would be appropriate to say that the S20 FE 5G has a better CPU and a much better GPU. After using these phones for 1 hour, the S20 FE Exynos dropped to 72% and the S20 FE 5G was at 77%. I left these phones on in the idle mode for about 1 day and the S20 FE Exynos dropped down to 57%, while the S20 FE 5G dropped to 67% in its idle mode. This clearly proves that the S20 FE 5G has a much better battery performance. And I shot all the photos with this battery percentage. The difference remained consistent with the S20 FE Exynos on the lower side. Anyways, I tried shooting the images on both phones in all the modes in almost all the environments. Both phones have a same camera sensor, same camera app, same version of the One UI and Android. The only difference is between the image system processing. The 5G S20 Fan Edition uses the ISP of Snapdragon 865 and the 4G S20 Fan Edition uses the ISP of Exynos 990 chipset. And believe me, the ISP can make a huge difference here. Let me start it off with some selfies. Now throughout these selfies, you will find a difference of color tone on both the phones. The 5G captures images in a cool tone and there is a warm tone on the S20 FE Exynos images. The details look slightly better on the S20 FE 5G version as well. Images are too identical, but you can't deny the color tones difference. By the way, I do have a number of low light and night mode selfies too, just in case you want to take a look at, and we will head towards the rear camera images after this. Now here are some rear camera images. Focus on the color tone, the edges and the background. The differences become obvious when you carefully look at the background and especially when you check out the sky. The edge detection, the depth effect and everything else is similar on both the phones. If you focus on the reds, you will find them deeper on the S20 FE Exynos version. The Exynos one has high saturation and saturation looks quite balanced on the 5G model. Let me know which phone's saturation do you like more. I did capture a series of ultra-wide and normal images. In the ultra-wide images, the differences are clearly visible too. Even in the ultra-wide mode, I can see the details going better on the 5G model. And in all of these images, keep your eyes on the color of the sky and the overall color tone of the images, and you will definitely note down the differences on your end too. Remember guys, you need to analyze these images on your own and drop your analysis in the comment section down below as well. Let me know what differences are you seeing here and which model's camera looks better to you. Anyways, here are the 10x and then the 30x zoom shots on your way. No differences here at all. Some indoor shots to analyze the color tone further. Indoor shots look similar. Color tone difference is not too noticeable here. And finally, we have a huge number of low light and night mode photos. And you guys have to tell me if you can find any differences here. After these images end, you will be able to see video comparison between both phones, and I will see you on the other side. Hi guys, this is the front camera comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE 5G and the non-5G Exynos variant. Now I'm recording this video in the 4K at 30 frames per second resolution because the 60 frames per second is going to make the video quite unstable, and this is the only mode in which I'm going to show you this comparison because I have made so many videos about the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE back in the day, and you can take a look at all those videos as well. For now, the whole purpose of this video is to give you an idea about the cameras of these two phones, if there is any difference. The difference in this video and the difference between the mics, voice recording qualities, for you to find. I am not going to be the judge for the front camera video. Let me just show you around, and drop your comments below and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Alright, after this comparison, it was really easy for me to pick up the winner, and you know it already. The winner for me is the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G, but only if I was given such a choice. I wish I had the choice and I could pick up the S20 Fan Edition 5G without giving it a second thought, but unfortunately, as I mentioned in the start of this video, this phone is not available in most of the countries. So yeah, if you can get your hands on the Samsung Galaxy S20 5G from another country or region, I recommend getting this phone. The Exynos model is not bad, but it has quite a few downsides. First of all, it struggles to keep its temperature low. You have seen how high the temperatures of this phone can get, and when you pick this phone up when its temperature goes up, it really hurts your hands. I mean, it's too hot that you cannot even touch it. You have seen the battery differences between these phones too. The S20 FE Fan Edition Exynos does not keep up really well with its battery. There is going to be a slight edge in terms of the battery performance on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G variant. And yeah, I personally like the cool color tone produced by the Snapdragon 865's image processing on the 5G variant, but that can be a subjective choice too. But for the battery, the GPU and the better CPU performance, I'll go ahead and get my hands on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G for a new phone. Now guys, talking about the battery also reminds me of the battery drain test of these phones. I have not conducted a full battery drain test between these phones right now, but I am waiting for Samsung to release the Galaxy A52 and the A72. Once those phones come out, I'll definitely do a mega battery drain test between the Samsung Galaxy smartphones, and in that test I'm going to include both the Exynos and the Snapdragon Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. About this video, drop your feedback in the comment section down below and let me know if I should be continuing the videos in this style or not. I tried a different A-roll approach this time around, so do let me know about the aesthetics and everything else in the comment section once again. Hit the subscribe button and like this video to appreciate my efforts. With that said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.